Hey guys, welcome to Traditional Bow Hunting Wilderness Podcast. This is Jason Samkovic. Today we're going to be talking about this 2019 Ram 2500 Cummins diesel. Is it worth it? Are we happy with it? What do we think? Well, we got almost 55,000 miles on it. Had it for over 2 years, about 2.5 years now, and it spent more than half of its life towing. And so we're going to break it down here, talk about it a little bit, see what it thinks. Is it worth having? Is it worth owning? Would we do it again? That kind of thing. Many of you guys that follow me know that I came from owning F-150s, literally like 8 or 9 of them, all brand new. See, with my job, I drive 40,000 miles a year. So for me, I put on a tremendous amount of miles. So I came from F-150s and buying a new one every other year, that kind of stuff. Now I use that Cherokee that's over there for more of my work stuff. That one, I put 40,000 miles on that this year. This is actually my wife's vehicle. This truck is my wife's, and she's the one that drives this dude and is her daily driver. And then we bought it because we had a camper. You've seen in my other videos, used to sit there. Well, we sold that camper in April. That camper's gone. It's out of here. And instead we bought a house in Georgia. So we technically don't need this truck anymore, but it's been fantastic and my wife doesn't want to get rid of it. So it's an amazing truck when you think about it. So let's take a look at it and see what we think after, like I said, 2.5 years, over 50,000 miles, and what we've done and what we think of it and that kind of stuff. So let's dive into this for you. All right, so here it is. This is the truck right here, 2019 Ram 2500 or 2500 Cummins diesel. And this thing has been incredible. Like I said, it's been the best truck I've ever owned, and this is coming from a guy who's owned 9 Ford F-150s, all brand new. This truck has been by far the best truck that we have ever owned. It's been flawless. The beauty of it is, too, is the value of this thing, okay? Understand that factor there. So we bought this for $51,500 brand new. It had a sticker price of $67 and some change, so call it $68,000. And we bought it for $51,500, which means that we stole it price-wise. And that deal is amazing. But I teach a course on that. It's in here, down below, Save Thousands course. The info's there for you if you want it. But point being here, why I'm telling you this, is that we paid $51,500. I teach you how to do that in that course and how to get those deals. And but with that price and being a $68,000 truck, when I sell this in 5 years, when we sell this, we'll sell it for, we'll get $35,000 probably without fail, easy. $35,000 for this thing with about, let's say that we're going to have probably 95,000 miles on it, somewhere in that neighborhood, just under 100 or right at about 100. And we have a 6-year, 125,000 mile warranty that I paid for it on there, that I paid $2,100 or something for. I did not buy it from the dealership at the time. I got it aftermarket later on because the dealer wanted so much money. But point being that when I sell it, I will have a year. If I sell it after 5 years, it's going to have a year left of warranty and 25 or 30,000 miles left of bumper to bumper warranty. It is a $100 deductible warranty, but that is amazing. Okay, so I'm expecting to get a minimum of 35 grand out of this thing when we sell it. So with that being the case, if I paid 51.5, tax, forget tax. Everybody, you got to pay tax on everything you're doing anyway. So let's keep that out of the equation, keep it simple. But so if I bought it for $51.5 and I sell it for $35, that means that over 5 years it cost me $16,500 to own this truck. And when you break that down, that's $275 a month is what it cost me. That's my cost to own on this vehicle. It's $275. Well, it's coming in next door, but that's $275 per month for me to own this $70,000 almost vehicle. Let that sink in for a minute. There's a lot of power in that. Take it for what it's worth. If you're interested in the course, it's there. It teaches you how to get those deals. When I bought this was pre-COVID, so those deals are not going to be that good right now. There's no doubt about it. Probably be another year or two before they get to that price, but that course is still helping tons and tons of people. So there's the information on it for you as far as that. Now the truck, what we did is we actually took the wheels off, the stock wheels. They are actually stored. We have another garage in the back there, and that garage has the original wheels. This is the blacked out package, and it has the original wheels and I put Falcon 34-inch Falcon tires on those wheels, and they are back there, and those tires have only got like, I don't know, 30,000 miles on them, so they are mint and perfect. And when we go to sell this truck, we will put those wheels back on, and then we will transfer these to the next vehicle, or we will sell these. But these are race lines. These are 35.5-inch tall tires, 35.3 What are they? They are written on here somewhere here. These are 285 75 18s, and if you do the math on that and look at it, I thought they said, yeah, right here, see, 35 by 1150 says it right there. 35 by 1150 tire is what's on these, and these things are just amazing. And that offset, I got the details. I have a video that I made on things to think about when you buy new wheels and tires. It's on there, and also on my 25,000 mile follow-up on this truck, I also talk about the tires and the wheels there too. So if you want the specs, they're in those videos as far as the offset of the wheels and what they are, because I don't remember offhand. But it gave it a real nice offset to it, just a smidge sticking out past what it would be here. So they just got a little bit of an aggressive stance, not too bad. They just look really, really good. And these things are a beast. I mean, if you look at this tire-wise on here, I mean, look at the size of this compared to me. I mean, these are huge tires. They're massive. I mean, this truck is a beast with those tires on there. But you can see that slight stance upgrade on there, how they stick out just a touch more and give just a little bit more of a stance to it. Not too aggressive. Don't look ridiculous. Don't look like a roller skate. Nothing wrong with what everybody wants to do, but these things are amazing. So we put those wheels on them. I ordered the wheels and the tires as one whole set. Had them shipped right here. TPS or TPMS sensors right in there. So it was a simple done deal. I just had to throw them on. That's all I had to do. Like I said, the originals are sitting in my back garage, and they will go on this, and we will sell those afterwards. So if I paid, which I believe I did, I think I paid $2,700. I got a steal of a deal, but $2,700 rims, wheels, and everything, sensors, shipped, the whole deal. And I'll bet I could turn around and sell these things for probably $1,800 when we get ready to sell it with newer tires on them. So we'll actually get most of our, get a good chunk of that money back on there. And my wife loves the look. Other things I did, because we do live in Michigan, is I put this on here too. This is the front plate mount. But, and I show this in other videos, I mounted a plug in here, and then I have the actual heater, engine block heater, hooked up to that. So I can just take my cord that lays right here. It's always plugging in my trailer and stuff, but I can plug that right in the wintertime if I want to, when it gets cold out. So we did that. I did a lot of neat things to this. We did put LEDs in there. I ended up leaving the LEDs, which you can see in there, in the high beams, because they've been working good. They're Headlight Revolution. 1 year into owning these, my Headlight Revolution low beams went out on me, so I put the stock bulbs back in. They were more than willing to help me and take care of it, and they sent me another regulator to try, or whatever it was, the box. It did not fix it, and so I just said forget it. Since it is my wife's truck, I did not want her having headlights go out on her, so I put the stock beams back in. So if I were to buy this truck again, I would definitely get it with the LEDs, these factory LEDs, because the factory ones probably never fail, and the LEDs make such a big difference. I'll never own another vehicle without LED headlights. There's just no reason to, and with as much as I drive at night, it's not worth it. Inside in here too, we got the Ram floor mats in here, and but there it is. You can see it right there, 52.5 is what we got on here mileage-wise. But this is the Bighorn Edition. Nothing crazy, nothing ridiculous, but it's been an absolute incredible truck. Like I said, I can't say enough good things about this truck. Spare parts, towels for when we're hunting and working on stuff. I can throw it on the seats, but for the dogs. But like I said, just an absolute awesome truck. This thing's been incredible. Mileage wise, we're doing really good with this thing. We're getting over 20, like 21 miles per gallon when we're not towing anything going down the highway. Towing is a little... You know what, with my camper, we were pretty impressed because we had that 6,500 pound camper, 33-foot travel trailer, and we were getting like in the 13 range, 11, 12, 13, depending. We were doing pretty good, and that was going, at 65, 70 miles an hour. But honestly, it's kind of, I get the same pulling this 3,200 pound trailer, or 3,000 pound trailer right here, pressure washing. I got ladder racks and all that on there, but I get the same pulling. I get about, 12 to 13 pulling this little trailer with it too. So that's kind of a little disappointing. But the truck has been flawless. It's been just incredible. We put a bed liner in there. As a matter of fact, if you check those other videos, I cover all those mods. We put on a adjustable hitch so we could change for between our boats and other stuff that we had. It was real easy to swap that and change it. I put the bed liner in. I bought separately myself. and just it's a rugged liner, which actually is a company that builds the Ram drop-in liners. And so I put this in on my own, sweet and easy. My shovel mounted there, some 2x4s because we use them for when you get stuck. But just an incredible truck. I did use my Avid orbital buffer this spring and went over the whole thing and got rid of some of the swirl marks, and you know, being black, you got to deal with that sort of stuff. So we cleaned up a few of those kind of things on there, and you know, I had this one massive scratch here that was just brutal. You can see there's just a smidge of it left, and I show that in a video, on that Avid buffer video. You can see the whole process of doing this truck, and it turned out very well. I mean, very, very happy. We love it. Would we buy it again? Yes, in a heartbeat, without fail whatsoever. It is, like I said, been the best truck we have ever owned. Sorry, my neighbor just pulled up, but also, but best truck we have ever owned. What would we do different on this truck? Preferably, I would prefer to not have black. That's my wife's choice. That was what she wanted, but we live in the woods. This thing lives in the woods. We hunt out of it. We do all kinds of things out of it. It's in the woods all the time, and the black is just very tough. That's why I had to use that Avid orbital random buffer to clean things up, as it just had pinstriping all over it from branches, stuff like that. It's just, like I said, I mean, we hunt and we are in the woods camping and doing stuff all the time. So black, not the best color. I would also get the off-road package. Okay, it comes as an off-road package, says off-road right on there. It gives you some skid plates under there, but it also will give you a rear locker, which would be amazing. See this one here, right here, no rear locker. Right there would be a button. It would say rear locker, and you could hit that button right there, and then you would have locking rear differential. So for me, that off-road package would be the way to go. I would not, if I bought another truck, you know, all my F-150s had electronic rear lockers in them, and it was amazing. This first truck I've had without it, and I'll tell you what, you get stuck pretty easy. Yes, it's a diesel. Yes, it's heavier, but that rear locker would make all the difference in the world. So if we ever did this truck again, it would be in the off-road package so that I could get the rear locker. That's vitally important to me and what we do. Other than that, it's been incredible. We did also put LEDs in the, like if I open a door here, you might be able to see it on this one. Let's see here. You can see one LED is out up there, cargo light. Those are LEDs. That one's out. They were literally like $8 for the pair on Amazon, so I just got to replace them. But that one did go out, so I do got to replace that. We also put LEDs in here, in the backup lights right here are LEDs. They have been holding up perfectly, and they made a tremendous difference. Again, Amazon ones. I'll put a link to those on there for you. But they really made a big difference backing up, because your camera, when you're backing up at night in the dark, and I'm talking in the woods in the dark, I don't mean in parking lots and in your driveway, but in the woods, that camera only sees so far with the stock lights. Having those LEDs in there really made a big difference, so we could back up trails, you know, and see what was there in the woods made a big difference. Running boards that we put on here, these side steps, they have held up pretty good. I said it when we bought this truck in 2019 pros and cons of this vehicle video I made. We put those on there, and I said I was only expecting to get about a year out of them. These were only like $198, okay? They're iconic, but these are the non-pro version, so they are not E-coated under there. So the E-coated ones were like $300. These were only, like I said, basically $200. They have held up great. Now, keep in mind, we live in Michigan, northern Michigan, salted roads and snow 5 months of the year. And in over 2 years, this is the only parts that we have any damage on. And I was expecting way worse. I didn't think I'd get a year out of them. But we put them on there with the intention of, because it was a brand new, in 2019, it was brand new and there weren't too many options. So we thought, well, we'll put those on temporarily because they're available. Then we'll upgrade. Honestly, I'm not upgrading, and I'm not taking those off. I'm leaving them on there like that. And then what I'll probably do is in another 2 years, if I need to or whenever they get too bad, I'll buy them again and put them on there also. Before I put the new ones on, when I buy these for $200, the next set, what I'm going to do is before I install them, I'm going to pop these plastic steps off, and then the brackets and these steps right here, I'm going to bed liner them. I'm going to spray them with a rhino liner, and I'm going to coat the whole things with Rhino liner, put the steps back on, and then I'm going to mount them. They will hold up fantastic, and they'll be perfect for when I'm ready to sell it in 3 years. Well, 2.5 years from now. So that is our intention with this thing, but it has been the best truck we have ever owned. It is incredible. Everything about it is fantastic. It's never gave us one issue whatsoever. Never had a warranty problem. Never had a claim. Never had anything on this truck. It has been 100% flawless every single minute that we have owned it in almost 55,000 miles. It starts every time we touch it, and it runs perfect, and we have not had any issues ever. I love the hidden storage compartments that you have in here. These are fantastic. These Ram ones here, hang on, one-handed here, but these little cargo boxes down here, love these little storage containers and compartments down here. Tons of storage in it. You do have the fold down seats. You can see I got all my straps under there, but these come out. You can pop these, and you get the lay flat floor. So you actually have the option of having a lay flat floor, and you can do it with the seat down and have those go all the way across. So it gives you tremendous flexibility. I have actually slept on this by flipping both of them down. On my way to Kansas, the first year we had this, I took both seats down, laid this out, and slept right across this thing in a rest area for about 7 hours. It was perfect. And so like I said, just a fantastic truck on every level. I cannot ever say enough good things about this. There are a lot of people that in my comments on this thing too, on my other videos I've done on there, I laugh at them. Oh, my one complaint first. This mirror sucks. Okay, I've said it in my other videos. This mirror is magnified, and this mirror straight up sucks. This mirror good. This mirror right here sucks horrible. It just is too magnified. Maybe it works good in tow mode when you have them up like this, the moose mirrors, and that's why you see most people have them up. But in a normal driving position, and again, now with us having that camper gone, we don't need that. You know, I don't even put them up when I'm towing this trailer. It's not that wide. But this mirror here is horrible. That's why I put these little Ram kind of oblong mirrors in here. These are what we use 99% of the time when we're driving. This mirror is irrelevant. This mirror is the gold mine right there. They were 20 bucks. We stuck them on there. They're on both sides. That mirror is our main mirror. This mirror, they failed miserably. That was just pointless. This one is good, but it only works good in this position because now it's concave and you can see everything around you. But when it's this way and it's back, all you're seeing is up and down, so it's kind of irrelevant. This mirror, too magnified, irrelevant. This one, that's our lifeline right there for when we're driving this thing. So that would be my only complaint is that mirror. But, and I don't know what I was saying before I got into that. I think I pretty much covered everything, but it's been an incredible truck. Like I said, I mean, people that are like, oh, it's a Ram. Oh, Rams are no good. Oh, you bought a Dodge. Oh my God, I hear it all the time. I'll tell you what, after owning all those Ford trucks, I would buy this again in a heartbeat all day long, every single time, without fail, without question. This thing is much better in my opinion. My wife loves this better. She can sit higher in it, and the seat comes up higher. She feels more in control in this truck, and I'll tell you what, Ram has got, and so does the Jeep over there too, but Chrysler basically, I should say, they're the vehicle traction control system they have in it is incredible compared to Ford. Okay, my wife hated, see, she, not only did I have F-150s, we bought her one time. The intention was for her to put few miles on it. We both had 2010s together, and the intention was for her to drive hers with low miles and me to put high miles on mine. Then I would sell mine, take hers over, blah blah blah. Well, she hated that F-150 in the winter. Again, we're in northern Michigan, but the traction control in a Ford is horrible compared to this. She loves this. This thing is so planted and stable, and the back end does not slide out on her. It does not move. The traction control in a Ram is absolutely the best I have ever used or ever driven. And like I said, you can turn the whole thing all the way off, which is really nice. Press and hold the button all the way down for a few seconds, turns off completely, and then you have full bore off-road capability. Incredible truck. Cannot say enough good things about it. Before we bought this, I did a lot of research. We test drove the Fords. We test drove the Chevys. I'm not a fan of Chevy. I never liked the looks of them. There's nothing wrong with Chevy. The looks just don't do much for me personally. It's all preference. But it was between the Ram and the Ford in a F-250 diesel or in this Ram 2500 diesel. We drove both of them. And the interior was much better in this, much nicer in this. My wife liked this a lot better, so it was great. But the big deciding factor for us, for those of you guys, oh, it's a Ram, Ram's no good. We contacted a bunch of hotshot trucking services. Okay, those are the guys that spend every single day going to Elkhart, Indiana, and picking up campers and driving them from Elkhart all over the country to go drop campers to dealerships. Every camper lot you drive through, or RV dealer, all of those vehicles that got there, they got there by a hotshot trucker picking them up in Elkhart or wherever they're made and driving them there and then dropping them off, going back and getting another one. These are hotshot truckers. They put tremendous amounts of miles on. We called a bunch of these places. Hey, you guys are doing this all the time for a living. What vehicles do you recommend? What do you run? Which ones have the least problems? Every single hotshot trucking service we called, Ram Cummins. Every one of them. There was not one that said anything different. Every single one of them, Ram Cummins motor. Plain and simple. Any way you cut it. 3,500, 2,500, doesn't matter. For us, the 25 was nice because it does have the coil springs in the back. We didn't need the extra weight, and I wanted the softer suspension in there for what we're doing, so it worked out fantastic. But there is nothing wrong with a Cummins engine. This thing is just incredible. So there you go. That's going to kind of wrap it up for you. But that is giving it to you right there. But this thing is just, it's incredible. It's a beast. It's strong. It does great. The gas mileage is good. The motor is so relaxed yet so powerful. Everything about this truck, pure flawless in every kind of way. Would we buy it again? Yes, hands down. Now, I honestly believe we're going to probably not buy another one of these because we no longer need a diesel. So I got a feeling that my wife is going to go for the new Bronco because she will have spent 5 years in this truck and to mix it up. So when we get rid of this, I think she's going for a Bronco, new Bronco, full size with the Sasquatch package, I think is what she's leaning towards getting. But like I said, if we needed another truck like this, would I buy it again? Exactly this one again, all over. 2021, 2023, whatever it is when it's time. Without fail, hands down, I would never hesitate to buy another Ram 2500 Cummins truck ever again. Amazing, just incredible trucks. So in a nutshell, the only thing we would change on this, off-road package. Definitely for us, the off-road package. Even the wheels. Notice that I have 18s on this. It came with 20s. Okay, 20-inch wheels off-road are a nightmare. They're no good. They don't work. Okay, and if you have them and you're going to get mad at this and yell at me and tell me that I'm full of crap and I don't know what I'm talking about, I get it. Nothing wrong with your 20-inch wheels. But 20-inch wheels off-road are not as good as a 18 with, you want more sidewall. Look at the size of this sidewall. That's huge, and that's important. So when we air down on this, we got a lot of pad, a lot of footprint that's down there. Plus, I have a lot of body. Look at how much tire that sticks out before you get to that rim to protect that from rocks and from roots and anything we're going to hit to damage those wheels. So they hold up incredible, and it gives a much more cushioned ride with this. When I air those down to 30 psi when we're just doing trails, first even when I go down to 25 when we're really working it, but at 30 pounds of air in these things are very cushy and they really help with that suspension. The stock ones are 20s, all black Ram 20 wheels. You'll see that in my first couple videos on this truck. Those will be put back on and sell it, but I love these. Okay, those are absolutely incredible. But again, with us being in the woods as much as we are, the off-road package is mandatory. I would not buy this without it again, and it's not that expensive to get that option, and you gain that rear locker and the skid plates, which in my opinion is golden, because this thing, like I said, it's in the woods all the time. I do believe the mud flaps, these are Husky mud flaps on here, and they are been phenomenal. I just put the fronts, I did not put any on the back, but it really prevents the rock chips and stuff from hitting this and beating it up. Let me give you an example. Let me look under here and show you. I'm telling you, we're off-road all the time. Look at how beat up my control arms are and how this stuff is, but it'd be really nice with that off-road package having those skid plates. Look on this side here. You see, I think this side I hit with some of the WD-40, so you might be able to see the stone chips a lot better. Yeah. See, look at the conditions of those trailing arms. Again, we're off-road with this thing. It lives off-road all the time. So this thing gets the crap kicked out of it. The mud flaps do fantastic. They make a big difference. And that's basically it in a nutshell. That's where we stand on this thing. Incredible. amazing truck. You can see the size of this thing. I'm not kidding when I tell you it's a beast. This thing's huge. I mean, this is a massive truck. There's no doubt about it. But if this is what you're looking for to tow, or this is what you need for work, you cannot go wrong with this truck, I promise you. Thanks for watching.